So a lot of you guys have requested this video. That you guys want to see a walk around of my Nissan Hardbody on how I set it up for drifting, or just what I just did to the truck to get it that low. As you can see on this side, it is on a truck lift, so that's why it's like gapped that much. But moving on, before I start the video, I want to say this is not really the right way to set up a truck for drifting. I do have a friend that has a video on how he set his up, which I think is a lot better. And he does have more experience with drifting, so I think asking him as well for ideas on setting up your truck, tips on how to drift. He probably has better ideas and a better technique on how to drift. I'm still learning. But moving on, let's start with the front end, which is, this is not really that special, but the bash bar. So this is actually my friend's bash bar, CJ, also known as MilliKillaD21 on Instagram. He lives really close to me, actually. A lot of people have been calling dibs on this bash bar, but they didn't want to pay for the price and the shipping, or they just flaked out on him. So I just decided, well, he called me, and it was perfect timing because my other bumper was falling off. But yeah, this bash bar is really solid, and it survived Club Loose, so that's one thing. I live local to him. He didn't have to do all the shipping bullshit, so I just went to his house, picked it up. And a lot of you guys like it. I like it myself. So we're gonna go on the inside, and what the fuck? What the fuck are you guys doing?
Nothing.
Oh, what?
Moving on. Get the fuck out of my bed. This fucking thing is about to fall apart. You guys are... You see that shit? You see that shit? Moving on. What the fuck are you guys doing in my bed? I fucking sleep that shit. But yeah. Now for the inside. Start off with the basics. It is pretty basic. This is a Momo V36 steering wheel. Don't let the energy horn button fool you. This is an actual Momo. Because energy doesn't do this. Doesn't stay still. Yes, this is an actual Momo steering wheel. V36. We got these seats. I don't know how to pronounce the name, so I'm not really going to try to say it. But these actually came off of Alex's car. These seats were yours. Were.
They're for my 240.
Yeah. He got into an accident with his Y33 Q45. Needed the money, so I helped him out and bought the seats from him. Now, how I mounted them, it's not really... I wouldn't recommend it, but this is how I did it. I have two bench seats, so I was able to use the rails off of both of them and make the rails. Now, they do make the brackets to mount bucket seats, but I didn't have the money, and I was on a time crunch for the Ready Set Drift event. So I went to Home Depot and Ace Hardware and found these metal pieces, and my welder stopped working. I did do a weld here. Welder stopped working, ran out of material, so I decided to just use nuts, bolts, and washers. I did make a video on that though. I wouldn't recommend it, but if you do have like a budget, don't have money, or you're running out of time, there's a video on that. This is a Boss hub. That's eBay. Seems to be holding up pretty well. Hasn't bent or failed on me yet. Now, we're gonna go with some other stuff. Some of you probably didn't know. It's not complete, I didn't finish it yet, but this is the newer generation hardbody dashboard. This is not the original dashboard, I swapped it out. This had the square rectangular one, but I had the parts truck and it had a nice dashboard. As you can see, there's not a single crack on this dashboard. That's why my friend CJ is a little jelly, because I have one of the cleanest dashboards around. So yeah, as for this, I don't have a truck style shifter. I used a S13 short shifter that was from eBay. It was like $24. Now it's $27, I think. But yeah, definitely would recommend a short shifter if you're trying to if you don't like the truck style shifter. So that's why I went with it. The throws are a lot shorter, although it is kind of still has some play, but I'll try to work my way around to try to fix that. Okay, as for the drift stick, the handbrake, this is the ASD, hydraulic handbrake assembly. I got that for free. It came with a master cylinder that had its own independent reservoir with like brake fluid that works like how a master cylinder would work. But I didn't feel like running proportion valves, anything like that. I was running out of time. And I still have drum brakes. So I just went out and bought this Willwood master cylinder off of Injuku. It was like $58. And then just made my own lines, flared them out myself, and there's that. Alright, so let's go on to... You really can't see it. You really can't see with all this garbage. It's really dim. But I made a video on how I did rust repair. My welder was kind of shitty. It also stopped working at the time. So I decided to use JB Weld. If you want, I could put a link on the video on how I did the JB Weld job. I probably recommend you guys just getting it welded, but this is me, how I do it on the channel. Just ridiculous, stupid shit. I still gotta do it on the other side because there's a hole in there. But yeah, that's JB Welded. Also, as you can tell, it's scudded. Gutted, fire extinguisher, mainly because the previous owner had like oil spilt inside the carpet, so I just decided to rip it out. What else did I miss in here? Stock seatbelts. The seatbelts, I made them loop through the holes on the bucket seat. Can't really think of anything else. Double dim, the speaker stopped working after Club Loose. I think mud got into the wiring. Yeah. Let's see. Nissan Frontier fender flares, they're not put on well. As you can see, this is how I got the truck with all the rust and the fiberglass dropped in like that. So, yeah, as you can tell, that's rust. Weight reduction. That works too. This roll pan I got off the parts truck. I'm not sure if it's from a Frontier or whatever. Yeah, that's how it is. The rust on this side is a lot worse. But the wheels and tire setup I have right now for the 2017 season, or right now. These are 15-inch wheels. They're 8 inches wide. The tires I'm using is 95, 50, 15. So yeah, you guys have been asking me about that. As for the offset, I really don't know. I don't know the offset. I think that's about it for the outside. I'm gonna do the engine bay actually. No. Yeah, it's like this. I'm probably gonna have to run with pins, but I really don't want to, but I might just have to, just because how f***ed up it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You guys are probably gonna make the Walkaround great, but as you can see, this is the single overhead cam KA. Don't let the cluster fool you. That is not the original cluster or dashboard. This thing is about to reach 270,000 miles.
Shit.
It survived 4 drift seasons for 2017.
It's a clean 200,000 mile motor.
What's the clap?
Yay!
Yeah. As you can see, I'm running basic shit. As for the reservoir, I had to shove this random Ziploc bag that I found on the ground at a drift event. Because while I'm drifting, all the fucking antifreeze keeps spilling out through here, so they thought I was leaking oil, so I just went back into the pits and shoved this in there.
Drift bag.
Yeah. Yeah, that works. As you can see, I'm running the stock intake manifold. Yeah, intake manifold. I'm running SAE 30R9 fuel lines, because some drift events, they actually do look at that. And the fuel filter is moving, which it shouldn't.
Yo, you gotta go home with this truck too.
Yeah.
Don't break anything now.
And don't talk bad about it either.
You.
Oh God.
A random heat shield that I kind of horribly mocked up with my friend. At the drift event, they said that I didn't need to run this because I had the stock heat shield on here.
Little did they know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the title on there. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, there's nothing really special about the engine bay besides it having 270,000, well, close to 270,000 miles, covered in mud. That's all I did. And this, and run a fuel line. Also, word of advice: if you don't have the original fuel, well, hose clamps for the fuel, they are going to check these. It has to look like this. If you use the regular worm clamps where it's just like has the little holes and you just keep tightening it, they will, like I went to Club Loose, they won't pass you, they will fail you. So having the clamps like this, you'll pass. But yeah, that's it for the engine bay and the outside, I guess. So I guess it's time to lift up the truck.
Did you get all the patina on the truck?
The patina? Yeah, I showed them. Like, they obviously saw this shit. That's from the previous owner. And I already showed them like how rusty it is.
It's fine.
Oh yeah, bed liner. This is the only reason why I have the truck bed, this stock bed, because of this. I scrap metal with this. I use this to haul all my tires and tools to drift events. I hold a motorcycle in this with a broken torsion bar.
I remember that.
Yeah.
So up we go?
Yep, time to lift it.
Look how the rear wheels just stay.
And that just keeps going down and down and down. Now we are under the truck, so I gotta get the flashlight up. As you can see, all this freaking mud. Is from Club Loose when I kept on going off the track constantly. Yeah. Energy suspension, polyurethane bushings, that is not good. I do have another set. You trying to get the fucking flakes on me? I don't have any dandruff, but what the is wrong with you? Oh well. But yeah. I was running that much camber. These tires are about 5 months old, longer than that. And they're still kind of okay, but I'm going to change them out with something better. Yeah, that's why I want to reinforce. I already have the cross member that I have at home reinforced. This is the reason why. Ball joints don't have any play. Tie rods don't have any play.
Decent.
I have to retorque the spindle.
We have to repaint these wheels.
As for the shocks, I'm running KYB 4x4 hard body shocks, which I do not recommend for drifting. If you're trying to track it, drift it, do not buy these. If you're just trying to lower your truck, okay. That's all I'm going to say. Don't buy these for tracking. These are Moog polyurethane sway bar and links. I'm running stock brakes.
Question. Now, if you're on a budget, right?
Yeah.
With this body style truck, what would you recommend for shocks?
Probably get like Beltec Street Performances. Okay. Oh yeah, this shock is ready to go. It's already leaking.
Jeez.
Yeah, I've only had these since February, January, and they're already starting to leak.
But here's the best part about KYB.
What?
Lifetime warranty.
I'm not going back to KYBs. I'm going with f***ing Beltecs.
Well, you could be riding on Megan's.
They don't make them. That is actually a new ball. Those are actually new ball joints.
New ball joints?
Yeah, those are actually new ball joints, and they're already ripped.
Oh shit. That's why I was asking if they were spherical, because I saw the
oil?
No, I saw the silver. I was like, oh, the inside of the ball joint. Oh.
Yeah, that's made by Moog.
Oh shit.
Yeah, stock mounts, as you can see already. And this exhaust, I had it tucked. Well, it's covered in mud.
This is how you prevent rust.
Covered in mud.
But yeah, I had the exhaust kind of custom made. It was a lot worse than this. It was like only like that much left because it was flattened. But I had my friend Tesh from Lower Congress, he took another piece of an exhaust, tucked it up more so it's not hitting, but this is still scraping, which is a lot better than before. Look at that shit. I'll take that. Yeah, the torsion bars is all I really did to lower, well, to give it the camber too. Parking brake is broken. The previous owner cut it, so I have to go get new ones. As you can see, this is also part of my hydraulic handbrake setup. Gas tank doesn't really hit, as you can see.
Hey, why is the gas tank wet?
Oh, I think it's the oil spot I ran over. But yeah, this is the, what was it, the Walker exhaust. Now, you obviously can see that this is it touching? I think it is touching. It is touching, but when you had the weight down, it's not going to hit it at all because all the weight's going to push the axle upward. But yeah, this is like a Walker performance exhaust. Polyurethane bushings for the leaf springs. Yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to the other side. But KYB shocks I got off the parts truck, still good, but I'm going to change them out anyway. Still rocking stock drum brakes, so it still locks up good. Had to redo the brake lines. No spare tire at all. Alright, so this is a welded diff. This is a stock one that I took off the parts truck. And when you lower it, I used tie rod nuts to raise it up to prevent the drive shaft angle and drive shaft vibration. But I think I'm going to need to change out my center bearing slash carrier bearing, or whatever you want to call it. This is the only play. That's it. What else? We're going to go here. And boom! That. What are you doing?
I want everyone to see the angle on this. Yeah, it's not working out. The degree of angle. See, this is semi-straight.
Yeah.
What the f happened?
Oh.
Would you like to explain to us?
Oh yeah.
We all want to know.
I went to the backyard drift event and my tire blew out drifting it. So literally I was sitting on the rim and it would just hit the ground.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Low life.
And as you can see, I need new tires on the rear. I'm probably just going to send it. But yeah, welded diff. And 3-inch lowering blocks, actually. 3-inch lowering blocks. I re-drilled the leaf spring hangers so it sits up more. The leaf spring sits up more, giving it the extra low. Leaf spring lowering, well, not leaf spring lowering clamps, but leaf spring clamps. Dirt. I didn't change out to lowering leaf springs. I might do that. Oh. But yeah, that's how it gets that's how the rear suspension is that stiff. Although I'm probably going to upgrade to some sway bars. But nothing much else besides the rear. Really can't think of anything else.
Just more mud.
Yeah. Yeah.
The most important mud right here.
Yeah.
Next stop, Shibuya Station.
You've been to Japan.
What? Yes, maybe.
Yeah. How did you not get racially profiled?
Oh, it was beautiful out there, man.
So
I
yeah.
actually do a video on that.
Yeah, next time.
Hopefully sometime soon.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for the whole truck. That's it. If you were expecting for some crazy rear suspension setup,
You're wrong.
Tube, tubs, and everything.
yeah. If you guys were expecting some crazy modification that is kind of out of your league and budget, you're wrong. I'm in the same budget with you guys.
Maybe worse.
Broke his
Yeah.
broke AF.
But that's pretty much it for the truck and pretty much for the Walkaround. Oh yeah, people have been asking me. This is the stock Valance that came with the truck. A lot of people are asking me about that. Huh? Lifetime? No, 1 year warranty. 1 year warranty.
Snap.
But that's pretty much all I can think of for this Walkaround, because since you guys have been asking me almost every single time on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook private pages. He knows that too, but I think that's going to be it for the Walkaround. I'm still going to be doing some other shit while we're here, setting up some wheels. I'm not going to tell you what kind of wheels I have, because that's a secret. But there are going to be slight modifications done to the truck for the next season. Not going that completely crazy, go overboard, and rip my whole wallet apart.
New Year setup.
Yeah. just with these guys. It's still December 28th, but I hope you guys enjoyed your Christmas. Hopefully your New Year's was at least decent, because I know car people struggle around the holidays, but I hope you guys like had a good time throughout the years, watching my videos, learning from my videos, or just laughing. And hopefully there's going to be more laughs and more things to learn on my channel. Hopefully. There'll be more of him rubbing nipples. So.
Big things to come.
Yeah, I'll try to do more videos with other YouTubers, but we'll see what happens with that. See you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.
Peace.
I eat ass.